Hello and welcome yet again to the new and fresh episode of podcast at Indian Institute of Public Health Gandhinagar. Today we have one more energetic, enthusiastic public health professional, Akash Jaitley, and he's originally from Delhi but currently studying at MPH since last 3-4 months, right? Yeah, Akash, can you tell me more about yourself?
Yeah, no problems. First of all, Sat Sri Akal everyone, good morning everyone. My name is Akash Jaitley, and I'm an occupational therapist by my background, by my UG degree. I'm an occupational therapist. I am currently in public health right now, currently in Gandhinagar, as you already said. So for now, my background is of an occupational therapist.
Okay, so you are occupational therapist. So you are already in kind of public health field, medical and public health field, if you can say. I mean, you are already dealing with patients.
Yes.
That's what I can perceive from your background, right? So you have done bachelor's in...
Yes, in occupational therapy, and yes, you're correct. Actually, occupational therapy is not that well known of a degree, especially in India. Since the college I am in currently, it's been offering occupational therapy for around 30 years only. And it's the first college of the entire country. It's a central government college. So it's not that well known. That's true. It's a clinical degree. It's a much more public related clinical degree as compared to other degrees. Because, for example, if you are going to a surgeon, for example, you're not going to interact with Nasada. But with an occupational therapist, we work with people who have cognitive problems. We work with people who have motor problems. So communication, public health, and empathy. First and foremost, the most important thing that an occupational therapist can have is empathy. So that's why it's important for us to show that, because the patient will not work with us, the patient will not cooperate with us if we are not understanding of the public, of them. Because as we all know, like perception is what makes a disorder. If, for example, I have a patient who is a hemiplegic, for example, let's say he's not able to walk. So why is he coming to me in the first place? He's coming to me in the first place because society has made it abnormal for them that they cannot be like this, so they have to get it fixed. So yeah, that's why my degree personally, I think it's more public oriented.
Okay, Akash. So like I rightly perceived, you have already worked with community. Yes. And you very well understand nature of different people coming to you with their problems. Yes. So you have already answered my next question, but I'll just ask once again, more elaboratively, that why have you joined Masters of Public Health?
Yeah, so that's a question I've been asked a lot of times by my UG as well. So basically, I've joined public health because when I was in my college, in my degree, it's a very research oriented as well. As I've already told you, it's a very young degree. They are only 30 years or so. We are still building more, we are still developing more techniques in it. We are still developing more techniques to deal with patients. So it's a very research-oriented degree. That's why I had epidemiology classes in my UG, and I got an interest in research, and I figured that maybe we need much more research in this because I'll tell you a story. When I was in my college and as an intern, I went to Solan in Himachal Pradesh. Okay. It has the biggest clinic of India for muscle dystrophy, Duchenne's muscle dystrophy, for example. Let's just take that as an example. So I've seen that how hard it is for them because in Duchenne's muscle dystrophy, the child cannot live after 18 years. And I had patients who were 16, 17 years, and they were holding out on hope that, one day we will get a medicine, one day we will be able to walk again. But you are not able to do anything for your current situation in that case. The research will take you further. Obviously, that's a cure, but for now, they are not focusing on how to do proper therapies on it. We are not going on conservative methods on it. So that's how I realized that no, we need awareness in the community. Because only the rich people can get that injection, for example. If that gene therapy, like only rich people can get that. Like even in government hospitals, the gene therapy will cost you 5 to 6 lakhs. Yeah. And you know how cheap government hospitals are as compared to private hospitals. So in private hospitals, you're going to get bankrupt. That's why we need awareness for this.
That was quite a statement, like cheap government hospital. But yes, you are trying to show a difference that what kind of services that you get in private and people can't afford. Yeah. So that is the reason. And that's really a nice thought that you have behind choosing the public health, as you want to work for community and want to contribute your knowledge for the betterment of people. So that's really great. And can you let me know how was your journey from the bachelor's to coming to the master's? You had some obstacles in your way while selecting this field, or maybe as you were already there somewhat in the field, that was not a challenge. Tell me more about your journey from switching from bachelor's to master's.
Yeah, so it was not difficult at all. I'll just say that because, first of all, I was very research oriented since the first day. My degree is 4.5 years, and since third year, I've known that I want to do research. It was obvious to me. So afterwards, I had to figure out. It was more difficult for me to know what public health is as compared to my motive behind it, because I always knew what research I want to do, but I was never aware that there is a degree for this, and I was never aware that there is a way for me to properly use my power, to use my energy, use my knowledge on this. Because I have told you already that I work in cognitive field, right? So I have given you an example of Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, but more commonly we work with autistic children. ADHD children, attention deficiency. So basically, with that, you know how common it is right now. And it's mostly because of unawareness. Like, it's very stereotypical for a kid to not behave his age. And that's what autism is. Autism is behaviorally inadequate behavior, behaviorally inappropriate behavior. So that's how I was already aware that I want to work in this. So it was not that hard for me to make a decision to come around 1,000 kilometers from my house just to pursue this.
Okay. So, I would like to ask you, you are here since last 3-4 months, right? Yes. So, have you been able to apply your knowledge in this last 3-4 months in classroom or maybe in field activities or somewhere?
Oh yeah, I have been able to apply a lot of my knowledge, because we have seen how recently the transition of public health concern has been. Like, beforehand, it was about immunizations and communicable diseases. Right now, it's more about non-communicable diseases, and that's the forte. That's kind of my forte, because I have been able to use that to my advantage in every perceivable way. Because, for example, if there was an initiative, I don't exactly remember the name, but under that we had patents and we had to give our own research questions, research problems. So I was able to use that knowledge with my group, because we were researching on how to fix cognitive problems using AI. So that is how I was able to give my thoughts, able to give my bearings to the group, because I don't think anyone else had as much knowledge as I did regarding cognitive problems with children, because I've been studying that for 5 years. So yeah.
Okay, I thought that you are just being judgmental, that you have a lot of knowledge about the cognition and all, but as you said that you have spent more time towards this field, that's the reason make you different from other students currently. Okay, great. So let me know more about this campus. You are here since last 4 months. So what do you love about this campus? This answer I need is not from mind, from your heart. Like, what you like more about the university, or what kind of things that has touched your heart, and you have just been in love with these things. What are such things, or what are such incidents?
The greenery. The answer was in your question. More. The peacocks, the new guy. As a Delhi person, it's very hard for me to see this much greenery and not fall in love with it. Like, it's such a unique experience to walk around at night and to actually see stars. As a Delhi person, like, we have so much pollution there. So I love the campus for its greenery. I love the campus for how much freedom, how much you can walk around, you can just enjoy, and it's very helpful for your mental health as well, because it's going to give you so much time to relax that you don't feel the pressure.
Well, I also like the greenery of this campus very much. What do you like about Delhi then?
Just everything else, yeah.
Apart from greenery, everything
The
else?
culture, the Delhi culture is really fine. I'll just say that. Like, as a Delhi person, it's embedded in me. So yeah, the culture.
But I hope you like this course.
I love this course. That's why I'm here.
Okay, great. So I would just like to sum it up in next few minutes, as you have already given lots of insight from this conversation. Like I would just like to ask you, like in coming few years, where do you look yourself in public health?
I look to myself as someone who is able to expand the boundaries of public health that has been created. Like, I'm not saying that public health has boundaries, it's obviously a very vast subject, but I really think that I would be able to make it even more wide with my experience, because as far as I know, I'm the only person here with my degree, and I don't think anyone here before came with that. And there are many of my batchmates who don't know this degree, and they were all clinical patients, they were all clinical practitioners. So I look forward to expanding the amount of research we're doing towards, for example, cognition or towards motor research, because that is of a paramount importance right now with the growing concerns in that field.
Okay, so what do you think? Which module will help you a lot in your career ahead, way forward? What are such modules? Like, you know, public health is very vast. You have nutrition, you have occupational environmental health, you have everything, epidemiology, biostats. So, what is the main specialization you would like to take up, and how it will help you, and how it can help to others who are in the similar line?
Yeah, that's a very deep question to ask someone who has been here for 4 months. But yeah,
I'm just asking about your initial thoughts about it.
my initial thoughts for mental health. I want to focus on mental health, non-communicable diseases, and to an extent occupational environmental health as well, because that is my forte kind of.
That was really point answer, because I too think that I think there are two emerging things, emerging field. Everything rest have been researched a lot, but two things which I think the urgent attention is required is, one is, as you rightly mentioned, mental health, and second is climate change as well. Like it was just my take on that. Well, anything else that you would like to share before we sum up?
Yeah, the first thing I would like to share is this is not that typical of a college. I love this fact about this college. It promotes discussion. When I was in my school, I used to go to United Nations, Model United Nations, and we were promoted discussions there. That was the favorite time of my life for now, and I feel like I'm in a constant United Nations kind of situation, because we are discussing, we are approaching, we are all with very open minds, we are understanding how different persons are, how different perceptions are, and we are understanding how we can harness that in order to come to a conclusion that is beneficial for everyone. So that's my take from it, and that's what my suggestion is. Just be open-minded. You cannot fix public health by just doing what you were before. You have to understand what everyone else is coming from. You have to understand where the community is coming from, where the government is coming from, every aspect. And after that only you will be able to be a properly good public health person.
You have lots of clarity in your mind already. I don't think that I'm speaking to the person who is just 4 months older in the public health. I think that you have very vast experience, and your thinking behind public health is very deep. So, as you said, that one should be open-minded, and they have to keep their mind and eyes open for everywhere, because observation is something that you need in public health.
Yes.
Okay. So it was great, Akash, talking to you, and I hope that this discussion and conversation that we had will give meaning to many students' career. After listening to this conversation, many public health students will get some insights and some good knowledge for their career. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me as well. It was really fun talking to you about everything I was thinking about, and you were a really good host. I would just personally say thank you so much.
Thank you. See you.